All right, we continue with the GAG Hour, which will be the last GAG Hour of 1988. We won't have another one until 1989, so those of you who are getting your licks in right now are certainly taking advantage of a golden opportunity. Mike, you're on WABC. Hello.
Bob, you're the most rude, egomaniac, scrotum-faced, self-serving homo entity on the airwaves. When you got mugged, the reason the mugger ran away from you was because he saw your ugly face. I mean, you're so desperate for a woman that I heard you date Lynn Samuels and also get a new toupee, Jew boy.
Let's say hello to Ernest on the GAG Hour. Get at Grant. Yes, Ernest?
Yes, Bob Grant. I think you are the most racist, egotistical maniac on WABC. I hate you because every time you talk about black people, it's always something negative. Even when that situation at Howard Beach, you always found something negative to find about that black person that got killed on the Parkway. You always found it some type of way to say that the white people were right. But see, the white people were wrong, and they were proved wrong because they got time. You always have something bad to say about Jesse Jackson. But why is that you never invite Jesse Jackson on your show so you could tell him face to face? You even had something bad to say about Bill Cosby, but you wouldn't even invite him on your show, or Mike Tyson. That's why it is that you always getting stuck up and you always getting beat up. I wish I could come down there. I wish you would invite me down there to punch your nose down your throat, because I most definitely will do it.
All right, that's Ernest. Hello, Mike, taking advantage of a GAG Hour.
Yeah, first off, I don't care how you're doing, so I ain't gonna ask. Okay? Second, why are you such a homophobe? Why are you so scared of your own sexuality? Huh? Tell me. Also, I hear one of your sons is gay. Is that true? Also, why do you switch from being a liberal to being a conservative? You got no answers for that. You're a phony. All you want, you talk pretty good. You threaten to punch people's noses down their throat, but when the man showed up when you was on MCA and was in the studio with you, you was singing a different song, weren't you, you phony? You're nothing. You're a little bald jerk. You're a maggot. In the morning against Howard, like that other guy said, because you don't go out the water. You'd be out of New York. You're phony. All
right, he's repeating himself, so once they start repeating themselves... by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you realize that people are taking a lot of license and a lot of liberty and saying a lot of untrue things, but because this is a GAG Hour, they're getting away with it, but that last caller said a couple of things that were totally unwarranted and really have no place even in a GAG Hour. Lonnie, you're on WABC. Hello.
Yeah, Bob, hello. Listen, I got a suggestion for you, and I'm going to go real slow because I know that your elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. Why don't you just take that wig off your head and show the New Yorkers for the neo-Nazi skinhead that you really are. Get off my phone, you roach.
I guess we're running out of creative gag calls. If the worst thing anybody can say about me is that I wear a wig, which I don't anyway, but if that's the worst thing they can say, then this is getting ready a little tiring. Eddie...
yeah, I'll do better than them.
I would hope so, Eddie.
I was interested about a year ago or half a year ago about this Jane Fonda situation that you talked about. Now, the way I understand it is the reason why you and a lot of your callers are so bitter at her is a lot of people that buy her videos are people who like to sit in front of the TV, exercise and keep in shape. But your callers are basically redneck white trash who like to drink beer and get fat and smoke cigarettes. So obviously it has a lot to do with that also. And you really gave yourself away with the Howard Beach thing. You know, before that you were just a right-wing conservative. There is such a thing as racism, and you did give yourself away with the Howard Beach thing. The black conservatives won't talk to you anymore. Roy Anderson won't come on your show anymore. Colin Powell, they would get beat up in Howard Beach too. Basically, you're just a piece of white trash. I'm finished.
Well, he sure is. And, of course, remember, you're not hearing truthful statements. Roy Fredericks was upset because the guy said Roy Innes wouldn't come on the show. All right, Roy, I'll make you feel better. It's not true. Roy Innes comes on the show, whatever. We can make arrangements. Lucy, you're on WABC. It's a GAG Hour.
I don't believe it. cosmic retribution at last. 18 years of never being allowed to express myself because I do it too well, I'm too intelligent, I'm too moral, I'm too decent for your show because you hate women who are decent and moral. You only like trampy, creepy women that you can use or who will use you and then hate you for it. Don't you realize that the kinds of women that will let you use them are doing it because they basically hate men? I don't hate men. I have too many wonderful men in my life to hate men. I don't hate anybody, but you know why? Because hating anybody won't hurt them, it'll only hurt me. And when you learn that lesson, you're going to stop hating all these people that you come off like hating this one, hating that one, and being critical. That super criticalness in you is just your way of trying to puff yourself up like a snake, as Roy Masters used to say. We judge others because then we can look down on them and we can make ourselves feel good. How can you be so stupid, so insecure, that you won't even let me on your show anymore? How come you even let me on today? I can't believe it. But, you know, maybe deep down there is that core, not maybe. Deep, even in you, even in a two-bit punk like you, there is the Spirit of God within you that you don't let have any play, and you don't let anybody else let it have any play. But you know what, Bob? I'm not gonna give you the joy of thinking I hate you for it, because no, you've done more for me than any other person to lift me up. I've gone to 18 rotten years that just having you to play with and to write songs for and to get hung up on and then forgive you for it. It's done more for me than anything else that I can think of. And you know what? As a result of all that, I'm going to have my own show. You and that other jerk at WMCA who doesn't want me on his show have done more for my inner spirit. I said, nobody kicks a dead horse, Lucy. You must be doing something great. When two of the highest paid, the best, the rating people on the air will not let you on the air, you must be some threat, right? Now listen, Bob, for all that, I not only forgive you, I don't even have to forgive you, because I've never hated you for it. I felt sorry for you, but I'm just going to make a suggestion. Since you have the guts to have this show, and let these people say all those things, and you're intelligent enough and truthful enough to know when they said the truth, how about changing and trusting the Spirit of God in you to just be a real person? When people are real, and you know, that's the best part. Listening to you and then Lynn Samuels, I learned a great lesson. That whatever I am, even with my rotten, I hate my speaking voice, I'll tell you the truth. I agreed with you that day, and you said you couldn't stand my voice. I have to agree with you. I've always hated my voice. I've hated many things about myself, and so I would never let myself succeed. So I ended up listening to the radio morning, noon, and night because I couldn't get out of the damn house because I was so angry and full of bitterness against the bureaucracy and all the other rotten things that happen in this country happening here. I got off the track because of that, but I'm saying that it helped me because I then finally realized that, like the Lynn Samuels, with all the things that she does, that, you know, she had her voice worse than mine even, with the high pitch, but she's growing. When I criticized her in fun because I liked her, and I told her how to lower her voice, she's doing it. She's a great woman, but you know what she did for me even more than you did? She made me hear that no matter how much of a Brooklyn accent I have, how much of a raspy, lousy voice I have, there's a real person in here, and when I let her out, there's no stopping me. God bless you, Bob. I wish you well. Goodbye.
There's a hell where boys carry submachine guns for fun.
Hey, yo!
If you live there, you keep your doors shut, your mouth shut. You do what you're told. Because gangs of crack dealers are in control. And they do anything they want. Anything. Watch Neighborhoods Under Siege, a special undercover report with Ben Farnsworth, starting tomorrow at 6 and 11 p.m. on Channel 4.
She was 11 years old, wearing her Girl Scout uniform, and he fell in love. But he was 41. 6 years later, this young girl married her 6th grade teacher.
Teachers who marry students. It's on the next Donahue.
Is a 47-year-old man marrying a 17-year-old girl love or outrageous self-indulgence?
How'd you feel if your daughter married somebody older than you? If you're concerned about it, it's on Donahue.
Tomorrow at 4 on Channel 4.
Morning, Al.
Morning, Herb.
Oh, smell the bacon a mile away. Here, have some coffee.
Okay, thanks.
Well, what's going on?
Well, say, what do you think of this news about the old bank?
You know, I heard some good things.
Yeah, me too.
Lincoln Federal Savings in New Jersey is now part of First Nationwide Bank.
I heard they got 60 branches in Pennsylvania, New York, and Jersey alone now.
That'll be handy.
Now you can cash checks all over the country because First Nationwide Bank is part of the First Nationwide network of banks.
I heard they're all over the country, even Hawaii.
You know, they must be pretty strong.
They sure are, Herb. Just like your coffee.
That deserves another cup.
Are you buying?
Lincoln Federal Savings is now part of First Nationwide Bank, a federal savings bank. Member FSLIC and the First Nationwide Network. We'll treat you with respect, concern, and understanding. But don't worry, you'll get used to it.
This portion of the Bob Grant Show is sponsored by Auto Plaza Nissan.
If you're thinking of buying a new or used Nissan, there's only one name you need to know. Auto Plaza Nissan, 1025 Old Country Road in Westbury. Auto Plaza sells more Nissan cars than anyone else in America. Not just the tri-state area, but the whole USA. Why? Tremendous selection. Over 800 new 89s and leftover 88 Nissans in stock now at huge savings to you. The lowest prices anywhere. And if credit or down payment is a problem, hey, that's what makes Auto Plaza great. They'll work out financing, no problem. Auto Plaza's giving rebates up to $2,500, which can be used as money down. Auto Plaza Nissan, 1025 Old Country Road in Westbury, just off the Wantagh State. Easy to get to from Westchester, New Jersey, and the boroughs. Call 516-997-7775. 516-997-7775. For the lowest prices anywhere on a new Nissan, call Auto Plaza Nissan now. 516-997-7775. For money advice on the weekends, listen to WABC, afternoons at 4. Sundays, it's Bob Brinker.
Hi, everyone. This is Bob Brinker on Talk Radio 77 from 4 to 7 p.m. on Money Talk, right here on WABC.
Financial advice, weekends at 4 in the afternoon on WABC.
Tom, you're on WABC on the GAG Hour.
Thank you, Bob. Look, up in the sky, peeking out that window in that helicopter, unable to leap great heights in a single bound, never as powerful as a Model T, never came from another planet with powers beyond that of mere mortals, never bent steel or changed the course of mighty rivers with his bare hands. Oh, he bent a few steel pillars at construction sites with that thick head of his at times, while attempting to sniff out news stories, but can't put on mean newsbreakers. It's Super Bob, WABC's weak answer to Superman. Also, he never tried to hide the fact he's a loudmouth reporter. Super Bob, an eccentric but unstrange resident of planet Earth. Enemy of those who've made him an enemy. Enemy of those who've tried to make him a friend. Who searches for the truth, justice, and the American way. The United States variety, of course. Super Bob.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Bill, you're on WABC. Hello.
Grant, this is the therapy that I need. The heck with giving my therapist $75 for an hour. I waited 10 years for this therapy. What bugs me is you're double-edged. You want to be intelligent. You want to be well-read. You want to be taken seriously. You want to be, you know the issues. But on the other hand, you want to be a clown and you want to be entertaining. And with the name-calling, you make great points, and then all of a sudden you're starting with the name-calling. You were talking to a black man one day, you didn't like the point he made, and you said to him, I don't need a shoe shine today. Now what kind of stuff is that? With the Gagazote. Well, I've waited 10 years to tell you, Grant, get off my phone, you Gagazote!
say hello to Brian on the Gag Hour. Yes, Brian.
Yeah, Bob, I'm sick and tired. Every time one of these naive and ill-informed liberals call with one of their cockamamie ideas, that you, rather than using your breadth of knowledge and debating skills to set the record straight with them, you resort to name-calling and hanging up on them. And I wish, because you're one of the few spokesmen for the conservative point of view in the media, that you would use your debating skills to set the record straight with these knuckleheads. Thank you, Bob.
Well, I don't know if that was a gag call or not, but Eva, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
I couldn't believe my ears, but in the 50th anniversary of Kristallnacht, you would say that refugees should be sent back to sea in leaky boats. I'm Jewish, and I have a picture of that leaky boat with thousands of men, women, and children on it, going from port to port seeking refuge and sinking in the end. Haitians, Asians, Jews, what difference does it make? They're human beings, not creatures, as you call them this afternoon. What you don't realize is that the latest round of Nobel Prize-winning Jews was from the 60s. The worst that they got the prize won from the 60s. The next round are going to be Asians. And without those brilliant Asians, where will America be when it needs scientists?
All right, that's Eva's gag call, and here's Fred's gag call. Yes, Fred.
Yeah, Bob, you look like a cross between Burgess Meredith and Greg Louganis' coach. In other words, you look like a nerd, a nebbish and a nerd. You talk about punching people in the nose. I got a 10-year-old sister that could beat you up, you hideous little freak. Let me tell you something else. I'd like you to go to Central Park Zoo, have a camel sit on your head, and then when the camel lifts up, would have your toupee clenching its buttocks. You hideous little freak. Get off my phone!
Let's say hello to Henry. This is the Gag Hour, Henry.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, I'd like to make some complaints about what you know, with great fanfare, you announced that Barry Goldwater was going to be on your program on Monday, October 31st. And when he didn't show up, you not only said nothing, but you didn't even give the audience a reason for why he wasn't on your show. You wonder why. Did Barry Goldwater not want to be on with you? You said nothing about why Goldwater didn't appear on your show after announcing that.